Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Welcome back to the Liberal Artist Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Bodio, and with me I have Kaylie Horowitz.
Hello.
And Andy Gibby Gibson.
I got a haircut, so I'm like aerodynamic now.
Yeah, he's got that. The punk lesbian cut with the sides
The
gone.
latte buffet.
If I'm being honest here, like anything I try to do in my life is just to impress and gain the approval of all the lesbians in my life.
Same.
That's all.
It's a good way to go about living.
It's a
honestly.
good feeling. Y'all, every once in a while, people have a goal, right? And a lot of the time, the goal is right. A lot of the time, that goal is to be famous on the internet,
Sure.
but never the protagonist. Of the internet.
Okay.
Right. There's a couple of people out here being main characters.
It never ends up well on the internet.
No, dude. So there's like the folks who made the John Kennedy Jr. I think it is TV show, because that's popping off and people are into that. Except the Kennedys, they are very unhappy about it.
Oh yes, yeah.
There's the quadriplegic guy who shot a person, and we're all like, how did that even happen?
Technically, quadruple amputee, because quadriplegic is different in the literal definition terminology. Yes, I did look into this like 3 days ago because I also was like, wait, isn't this the same word? No, it's not.
Yeah, quadruple.
I've seen
quadruple
this man
amputee.
shoot a gun.
Yeah, quadruple amputee. Also, pro not hacky sack.
Cornhole.
Pro
cornhole player.
Which is he is the most interesting person in America right now. Neither of them are who I am obsessed with.
Oh no.
My obsession has lasted over the course of about a month now.
Ooh.
And it is the union of Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 9 and Ditto from Pocopia.
Hell yeah.
Being best friends.
Absolutely. It's the new Isabelle and Doom Guy combo.
Right.
Good.
Like I want to see both sets of pairs play chicken with the other, and I want Leon on Ditto's shoulders, and I want them to win.
I think I've been meditating on this. So Leon Kennedy, the corniest, most powerful man in the world.
And most moddable with a thong.
And most, I'm going to ignore what you just said. He can parry cars with a knife.
Jump chainsaws.
Jump chainsaws, right? And then he'll be like, nice cut. And then he'll run away after he's killed all your friends. Does Leon take Doom Guy in a fight?
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know, man.
Nope.
I know he was like, okay, Doom Guy literally ran into hell and killed all the demons. Great.
Yeah.
Nah.
He's
Ditto
never
is
seen
out
this
for
man.
blood. Ditto is out for blood and is going after Doom Guy himself. Leon is having to keep Isabelle busy.
So it's Leon versus Isabelle and Ditto versus Doom Guy.
Exactly.
No.
Tell me it doesn't make sense.
Here's how I see it playing out. So you have Leon and you've got Ditto. Who is Ditto going to copy? Twist.
Ooh.
He copies Isabelle because Isabelle is infinitely more powerful than Doom Guy, who is already a legend.
Here's the scary thing about Pocopia Ditto.
Yeah.
Is that so Ditto's whole deal, right? It sees a Pokemon, it becomes the Pokemon. If it becomes the Pokemon that's in front of it. Pocopia Ditto has the idea of a person it could turn into one. And when it is shown into an attack, it holds on to that attack forever. The Ditto in Pocopia is a freak.
Yeah.
They are not supposed to operate that way. That little thing is a menace.
Which is why that is the OP one and not Leon.
We're all just
rest
lucky
my
it's busy.
case.
We're all just lucky it's busy playing Minecraft.
Exactly.
Like if he was like, I wanna be good at fighting. It's like, little Ditto, you could be.
World domination.
Yeah.
I would honestly prefer that as the god of Pokemon versus like Arceus.
Ditto?
You ascend to heaven. There's just a Ditto, like, bland expression on its face sitting on a throne.
It can be anything. Arceus requires, like, a whole bunch of plates. Like, he needs a new set of china from, like, Crate and Barrel or some shit to do anything different.
I don't know if I'm angrier that that's not how it works, or if I know that I'm angry about knowing that that's not how it works.
Right. Which one am I more mad at? Can't tell.
Or myself. God damn it.
This is the catch 'em all / catch 22.
In ridiculous things happening, I thought this was gonna go in a different direction. Bodio.
Hi.
Gibby too. It could be either one of you. Do either of you happen to have 12 tons of KitKats somewhere?
No, and you can't prove that I did it.
I know it's one of you two. Somehow you made it to the route between Italy and Poland without telling anyone. You stole all literally the entire truck. The whole fucking truck is gone. They don't know where it is.
Can you tell the whole story?
So literally out of nowhere, over the weekend, the headline broke that 12 tons of KitKats went missing. In Europe was all it said at first. And so, you know, I hope in the strange conniving way that the universe could work itself out to be, I would love for it to be the same guys that did the Louvre heist. I would love for that. We've stolen all the crown jewels and now chocolate.
I'm telling you,
and now
they stole.
I deserve a treat.
They stole the art. They now deserve a treat. 12 tons of treats. No, they stole everything in the Louvre.
Mm-hmm.
They stole KitKats. They're gonna steal.
They're going to steal the moon.
They're gonna take the moon. No, they're going to rob, I think, Bose next. They're gonna get some sweet sound equipment. They're going to kidnap Daft Punk. And the sickest rave Europe has ever seen will be held.
I like this headcanon a lot.
I like that your idea of a rave is priceless art, priceless artists, and a fuck ton of KitKats.
Yeah. What else do you need?
We don't need Molly. We don't need lights.
Nope.
We don't need like tons and tons of porta potties or anything.
I assume if you take Daft Punk, they just come with a light show.
Fair.
That's just what they are.
That's just what they are. It's involved in the package. And people will bring Molly. I don't have to ask people. I tell people I'm having a rave. The Molly shows up.
I don't need to acquire that. That will be here.
It will
somehow,
be there.
some way.
In a shocking twist, there's been another heist. All of the world's Molly has disappeared.
Fuck!
Impossible.
And then that's the secret subplot of the whole thing. They're gonna steal all the Molly.
They can have it?
No, the thing that I'm finding baffling as more details have come out about this is that there was a route between Italy and I believe it was Poland, from manufacturing to
distribution,
running product via truck. The truck is gone.
So metal.
They ate the truck.
That's some Fast and Furious shit.
Like, that's the thing. They're just sort of like, where the fuck did bro go? Where is it?
So I'm curious about this. I'm looking at a map of Europe right now.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the places between Italy and Poland, like where it could have just gone missing. And at first I was like, oh, Switzerland, the land of chocolate, that would just be cliche. But it turns out a little bit further over.
Yeah.
Same with Germany. You're off the hook for now, Hans. So it's someone in like Austria, Czechia, or somewhere in Poland, where I'm just like, where do you fit 12 tons of chocolate and make a truck disappear in any of these places? How? This is the only true crime I've ever been interested in.
Right?
Before.
I've never given a shit about true crime until now.
I don't give a fuck about your murder shows. Where's my chocolate truck?
I think the funniest thing is Nestle is like, but what will they do for Easter? It's like, nobody fucking cares, Nestle. Relax. Europeans aren't eating your...
And Easter's tomorrow. Oh.
Okay. Dummies.
You just see, like, at the scene of the crime, there's a detective that's walking around with a magnifying glass, and he's just like, aha, because he finds a single, like, bunny print walking around.
He takes a candy cigarette out of his pocket and lights it.
I have severe type 2 diabetes, and I'm going to lose a foot. All of my crimes are candy related. This is not a good thing for me.
Big ups to the Nestle robbers, man. Good shit.
Right.
The world needed this. This is very funny.
I'll tell you what. If I get to go, I will report back from France. It'll be nowhere near where this has happened, but I can at least say
it's in the wrong direction completely.
No, but you know what is in that direction? The Cannes Film Festival, and somehow the silly little 48-hour film that I worked on made it through Filmapalooza in Portugal, and we made it in the top 15. We are going to be screened at Cannes.
Let's fucking go.
I don't know what that is.
like Cannes Film Festival?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
It's probably the biggest, like, movie festival outside of the United States, if not, like, the most famous movie festival, like, in cinematography.
Can't be that famous if I ain't heard of it. Bam.
Good point. Got him. LA supremacy.
LA supremacy. I don't know what that word is, so it's not real.
You see, like,
screeches.
Bo opens up his shirt, and he's got a new, like, tattoo of, like, Grauman's Chinese Theater just across his chest.
Sundance tatted on my forehead.
The only word I understand is Sundance.
No, number one, that's fucking tight.
Right.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's sick. Number two,
I'm about to retire early because this is the first year out of 3 years I've been asked. This was the first year I was able to do it. And the fact that we've gone this far, I need to quit while I'm ahead.
Why am I thinking of, like, you're attending con, but you, like, order the chicken nuggets and...
Is it Con or Ken?
She keeps saying Ken. I could
because
be wrong.
I'm thinking it's French. Like, I'm thinking of the over-pronunciation of it in French.
Khan.
Khan. Yes.
There's no...
No, too late. Too
It's
late.
Yiddish.
Lord.
But what was number two? I cut you off.
That was number two. Is it Con or Ken? I don't know. I need an answer.
I'm just Con. Any way you say it, you are wrong.
I'm just Ken, not with a K-C-A-N-N-E. I can't spell the freaking name.
So, speaking of mispronunciations and all, you mentioned something about Hebrew?
Khan. Yeah, dude. It's the Prince of Egypt. I don't have a transition.
That is the transition. That's all I was thinking about.
Deliver us. Boom.
It's always so weird to me. Early conversations I've had with Kaylie, like when we first met, when we first started being friends. I remember. I remember we're sitting in somewhere. It was either Jerry's place or the green room or something, because those are the places we hung out at. We have
4 hangout spots, no more, no less.
The spawn locations include.
And one of us says something about VeggieTales, and we both look at each other and we're like, "How the fuck do you know what VeggieTales is?" Like pointing at each other like the Spider-Man meme, like we're both imposters. Because I grew up conservative Christian, Kaylie grew up Jewish, and we're like, we don't share. Oh wait, no, we share half of a holy book. Yeah, we do.
Took a minute, but they got there.
So, in celebration, it's good times. Yo, VeggieTales. 10 out of 10, extra crispy.
Madame Blueberry slaps.
Ooh.
The Cebu song slaps.
Buffalo?
Cheeseburger
Oh my
Slaps.
God, cheeseburger? Little Larry boy? Oh my goodness.
The rumor weed. Oh my God.
But it's by the time this episode comes out, Passover will have already started.
Hag Pesach.
That and it'll be a couple of days before Easter Sunday. So we honor one of those more than the other. Sorry, Easter. There aren't any good Easter movies.
Maybe someday I'll convince my friends to watch Rise of the Guardians, but until then,
it won't happen. But we decided we'd do a little 1998, The Prince of Egypt, Dreamworks joint.
It's so funny to me thinking about, like, every time we talk about a movie, I want to be like, all right, let's give a synopsis. And this time I'm just like, it's the Book of Exodus. We can't do that much. It's literally the second book of the Bible.
It's in the Bible.
I dead ass was like dreading all day. I'm like, I'm gonna end up reading Exodus. I'm gonna end up reading a Bible passage on the podcast. I know it's gonna happen. Y'all, I have to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot to say about this movie.
Yeah.
Nostalgia goggles on, full blast, bolted to the sides of my head. This movie's fucking tight.
Right.
I love this movie so much.
I mentioned before the pod started that I don't think I've seen this movie since I was 11, maybe.
Yeah.
And I had heard rumblings from people that they're just like, oh, it's so peak, dude, it's so sick. And I'm like, yeah, it probably is pretty good. But I was like glued to the screen pretty much the whole time, because
so good.
Not only do they manage to like take thousands-year-old text and turn it into a good movie, the script is very tight and
crisp.
The tone is very well balanced. Like, almost everything about this is really well made, which is weird because people don't talk about it very much. Why?
Versus the circles I'm in, I feel like everybody always comes back to Prince of Egypt. And maybe that's a different sort of fan culture thing, but I remember one of the most, like, when in the heyday of Tumblr, there's so many Prince of Egypt gifs. There's so many like reactions and just like reposts of some of the like little quickie comedic timing kind of pieces of this movie. The most infamous of them being Moses backing away in disgust from the Pharaoh, from his father. Like that gif. The gif that's launched 1,000 ships right there.
I do want to mention your experience of the internet is an incredibly niche one, because I know how many Facebook groups that you're in that are dedicated to sort of underrated to flop 2D animated movies between 98 and 2002.
You're in a Facebook group dedicated to Atlantis, just posting the scenes from it.
So
we're not saying you're wrong. We're just saying you have a very, very specific viewpoint.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, you have several.
It's only like when you start like Treasure Planet posting that will be a little concerned.
Start?
Brother Bear posting?
That I will throw down the gauntlet if you start Brother Bear posting.
We will put together an intervention if you get into Home on the Range.
Oh, I draw the line there. Unfortunately, Ian does not.
Ew. We're talking about Prince of Egypt. We're talking about a good movie.
Yeah.
Dude.
We're actually not talking about Disney for once. Wow.
Wow. Whoa. Kind of. Let's talk about Disney. Why this movie
So Michael Eisner.
Yeah, how many times can we say Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg's name on this podcast without it turning into a fucking drinking game?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be like Beetlejuice at this point, right? Like we've said it so many times in succession.
Basically. Keep both of them away from me. Y'all are fucking insane.
No, dude. Katzenberg made this, or he brought together the team that made this, I should say, rather. A lot of people made this movie. And it shows. Brought together the team that made this movie on his forced exodus. See what I did there? His forced exodus from Disney. So imagine him at Steven Spielberg's house, his fucking gaff, just sitting around sipping wine in the 90s. Spielberg looks at him and is like, "You should make the 10 Commandments." What is the 10 Commandments, you ask? The 10 Commandments is a 1956 remake of a 1923 movie, also called the 10 Commandments, which is fucking Exodus.
Hollywood doesn't do anything original anymore. Why can't they come up with anything?
I think this is cool. It is cool to take an idea that has been done before and let's do the same thing but slightly different.
Yeah.
We've seen this and it was rad. We did it again and it was rad. What if we make it rad a third way?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which,
right, mind-blowing, you know?
It's funny just to be like, what if we took Charlton Heston and what if we made him Batman?
Why not?
Sold.
Yeah. There it is. That's the movie. That's the pitch. Spielberg was just like, fuck
cinema.
it. Do it. There's so many weird little tangents about this movie that are worth bringing up. So like with Jeffrey Katzenberg wanting to have like made this movie for years and years. First of all, the concept of like Disney doing a religious movie feels very strange.
Right.
Yeah.
Second of all, it kind of amazes me that like when this was being produced at Dreamworks, there was another little old film being produced at Dreamworks by the name of Shrek. And if your work wasn't good enough for the Prince of Egypt as an animator, you got banished to the Shrek team.
Which is so wild.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I can't stop winning.
Yeah.
It's what happened literally during Katzenberg's tenure at Disney with Pocahontas and The Lion King.
Yeah.
You got demoted to Lion King?
Yep.
You got demoted to Lion King. It was this silly musical talking animal movie, whereas Pocahontas, they wanted to make like a historical inspired epic.
Man, with if I had the power of foresight, I would have been acting a fool.
Right.
In the office.
Right.
Man.
Put me on the Lion movie.
I mean, really, like, either way, Disney and Pixar did fine with that because it's not like they got banished to a different studio. Both of them still made boatloads of money with that. It just wasn't in the way they expected.
I thought you were going to say, if you got kicked off of Prince of Egypt, you got banished to ants. That's a punishment.
That's the real punishment movie.
That's a tough one where it's like, we have this beautiful epic about God's chosen people. Or you can go hang out with Woody Allen in the Scary Insect movie. I'll be good. I'll be good.
Katzenberg's like, make a bug movie before Disney finishes it. Huh? Here's Sylvester Stallone.
Go.
Make a movie.
Sharon Stone.
Please.
The secret to the spice of DreamWorks is time to bake. Like, exactly. Ants was made because Katzenberg knew that they were working on Bug's Life and rushed that idea out the door of like, how do we do this? How do we beat them? You know, kick them while we can, beat them at their own game. Versus Shrek came out of multiple people's spite bubbling over and how can we mock it while also doing our own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a difference. It's all in the cook time and the execution of the bitterness that gives it good flavor.
Revenge is a dish best served Shrek, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, Shrek's a spiteful little movie. It is an angry little bastard. It's great.
It's good, though.
We could be gods.
Third,
gods.
As we were talking about weird casting stuff, I did not realize how stacked this movie was when it came to casting.
Val Kilmer.
I knew Val Kilmer. Like,
Val Kilmer, Ralph Fiennes, who I'm discovering is my favorite actor, apparently. Fucking Sandra
Ralph.
Bullock, Steve Martin, Martin Short, Michelle Pfeiffer, Patrick Stewart, Jeff Goldblum, James Avery, Uncle Phil, fucking Danny Glover.
We didn't.
What is this cast?
Oh, it is pretty incredible. Like where it's just like, did everybody in Hollywood just get like notified? Like, you're gonna be wanting to be part of this shit because it's gonna. You want
to be in this one. You want a piece of this action.
Well, on the one hand, I think if I remember correctly, I might be talking a little sideways off citation here, but if I remember correctly, Katzenberg was always very interested in using popular culture to help, not just like sell and market, but like tap into what are we resonating with today and how does it fit, what came before, rather than reinvent the wheel sort of idea. Or what do people like, and is it actually good? Can we use those actors? Can we use this composer? Stuff like that. That for Prince of Egypt, it was a bit better of a selection to look for popular talent while also being a pretty easy sell to go, yeah, it's a biblical epic. Yeah. Everybody knows the Bible.
The Bible. You heard of it?
I just think this movie is so cool because it was made at a time when it was made at a time to look back at the 90s, which they were the 90s. I was there. They were fine. Don't let TV trick you. But a time when you could say, yeah, we're making a movie that's a Bible story. And that's not like a statement. Yeah. People wouldn't be mad at you. You wouldn't have to like make some kind of deck, because this isn't even the first. I think Joseph and the Code of Dreams came out before this one.
I don't remember if it came out before.
The movie sucks. It doesn't matter that much.
No,
anyway,
Joseph King of Dreams was 2000.
2000. So right after. After this,
they did the prequel sequel.
It's weird.
It's true.
but like the idea that both of those movies, it's a honestly, man, it's a pre-Passion of the Christ world, right? Where it's okay, now religion is not only a political statement, it's also the suffering game. They were just like, no, this is a bomb-ass story that most of the planet relates to. Let's put it in film. I would love to see this for, I mean, obviously this exists for all the Abrahamic religions, right? So it exists for Christians, it exists for Jews, it exists for Islam. I'm like, man, I would love something. Is there something like this for we could do for Hinduism? Is there something like this we could do for Buddhism, for Native American religions that I'm not familiar with? You know what I'm saying? There's so much opportunity to do it, and to do it as honorably and as tight and as crisp as with as much respect as the team who made this serve to it. But we don't live in that world right now,
right?
Which is a little bit of a bummer.
What do you think caused that? Like, is there any particular
Passion of the Christ?
Huh?
Passion of the Christ was a gore murder porn, and when people were like, "I don't want to go see a guy get brutalized," Mel Gibson was like, "Then you're not American." And now we have what we have.
Which, honestly...
And radicalization of the Christian faith for the American Republican Party, which also has similar stuff in Europe. I don't want to get into it
for a while, but
had been happening for a long time. I think for me, that was one of those moments when I first saw, I was like, oh, this is bad. Yeah. On a pop culture level. Right.
They were like, it's Bible violence. It's not the same.
Right.
Sure.
Also, I want to mention that, like, the Passion of the Christ, if I recall correctly, Mel Gibson originally wanted it to be, like, not in English whatsoever, but to be in, like, Hebrew the entire time.
Oh, that would be sweet, actually.
That would have been pretty damn bold. I'll just say that.
Yeah. If it was in Hebrew and Greek, that would be
Passion of the Christ was what year? That was 19...
It's in the mid 2000s.
2004 or
Was it
5?
2000s?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
earlier than that.
Oh, this is a post 9/11 movie.
It is very much so a post 9/11 movie.
This is
I mean,
very
2004.
Not like we were watching that in my house, but I think I always assumed it was in the decade prior.
Yeah,
Your
2004.
Your parents were just like, how about the Rugrats Passover special again?
Hell yeah, Rugrats Passover. No, what I was gonna look at of what came first, chicken or the egg, was Jesus Christ Superstar to Passion of the Christ.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
Superstar
Jesus Christ
was
Superstar
70s.
was filmed exactly. The musical was 70s, and I believe it was filmed. I don't know if it was late 70s, but it was early 80s at the latest.
I remember seeing it. It is a deeply 70s movie.
I
for sure.
I can tell you with the most confidence. We did not watch Jesus Christ Superstar in Sunday school.
It's so good. And,
I'm sure
well, I was
it
going to say,
is.
one shouldn't probably watch it for Sunday school, maybe, but honestly, maybe you should.
It's a decent musical. It's pretty solid.
I like it.
Yeah, I said it's solid.
But
Yeah.
again, things
commenting.
that mark, to your point, things of a time that we are interested in the storytelling capacity and not the co-optization of the religion for domineering purposes, because the stories have lasted thousands of years and they are epics, like the Odyssey, like the Gilgamesh. Like, these are epic ancient texts that we have retained and maybe mistranslated or embellished a little bit along the way, but we've kept them around.
Yeah.
That exactly. Now in the current moment, there was a TikTok to the point somebody made about when we have this conversation about why we couldn't make Blazing Saddles today, why we couldn't make this and this today. It's because it felt like everybody was coming on the same playing field. Everybody was relatively on the same idea that, yeah, this is satire. That, yeah, no one is actually like this. And we've lost that plot. We've lost that sense of, wait a minute, no, some of y'all are actually fucking for real. You think, oh no. And I feel like that's exactly what's happened with the ability to look at biblic texts or again, anything tangentially related to the Abrahamic faith.
Somebody would make a point of being insulted by it. And
exactly.
It's cool.
Same with Book of Mormon when that came out as a musical and everybody tried to make a stink about it.
That's just mean on purpose, though. That's a little different.
Yeah.
Gibby, you were saying?
I think the reason that this story works in particular is because it comes from a point in history where all of the three, main portions of Abrahamic religions are still on the same page.
Yeah.
When you think about it, who would be opposed to this movie? Followers of the ancient Egyptian religions? Well, ancient Egypt isn't the power that be anymore. It's not like you have a very...
Don't kick them while they're down.
Yeah, it's like history is written by the victors. So we're going to get a very positive portrayal of this story made for an incredibly wide audience that encompasses people of the Jewish, the Christian, and Islamic faith.
Because I will say this is the first time I've clocked it, really, truly, deeply clocked it. We never say what people. We always say your people, the chosen people. Yes, we say Elohim. We say Elohim when they're singing.
They say Hebrew at one point.
They do say Hebrews a lot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but that whenever they are discussing themselves, it is never Moses being again.
Let the Jews go, right?
Right. No, it's it is never. It's or very rarely labeled as such except for whenever we do Passover retellings, it's always the Jews. Moses is exactly part of the that hello words Islamic prophets
Yeah, prophets. That's the right word.
Hello? I'm just blanking on... Oh, no. Muhammad. I was like, who's their main guy? But,
Who that dude?
They're both M's. That's why. I was like, no.
No, you're good. You're good.
But we never get any real, true, deep, specific ties unless we have to, unless it's like, again, in the script, but it's not baked in, isolating one away from the rest.
I do want to circle back real quick and correct myself where, like, obviously this is a very Jewish story because this happens after, Isaac and Ishmael, which is, a Genesis story versus this is Exodus. So I'm not going to say that, like,
right after Genesis.
This is, like, immediately something that, like, applies to, like, all of the Abrahamic religions, especially Islam.
Yes, it does.
Well, yeah, there's even a quote at the end of the credits where each of the three religions are, like, represented, where
Sure.
where the Muslim world still sees Moses as a prophet. What I'm saying is, I was just making sure that I didn't get it, like, all out of sequence, because for a second there I was like, Isaac and Ishmael, when do they pop? Oh fuck, that's way earlier.
No, you're overthinking.
Yeah.
Thank you for being respectful.
Yeah.
I'm thanking you. I'm not Islamic.
Inshallah,
But
my
you're-
friend. Inshallah.
You're overthinking it. We all claim we all claim the what I would call the Old Testament. because
Yeah.
I'm Christian, but
My bat mitzvah Torah portion was talking about Moses coming down from that damn mountain with those commandments and
Hell
then
yeah.
throwing them on the ground after seeing a golden calf.
What the
because
fuck
they
is
kept
this?
doing nonsense. He's like, I freed you people. We've been nomadic for the last 40 years, and
You
y'all
damn
put that on the White
stupid
House
kids.
lawn.
I leave for milk and cigarettes for 5 minutes, and Aaron does this shit.
Aaron was
I
dead.
leave for milk. No. I
No,
leave
Aaron
for
put up
milk
the
and
calf.
honey for 5
You did, you're right.
seconds.
Yeah.
I live for
It's
milk and
either
honey.
milk and honey or it's milk and candy cigarettes to continue the bit. Your choice.
We earlier we said characterizations.
Yeah.
I think this movie was so respectful
Yes.
to even the villains.
Yeah.
of the
Abso-fucking-lutely.
story, right? Like you could have aside from the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, Steve Martin and Martin Short's characters who were
Sure.
supposed to be piddly little villains,
Yeah.
little pain and panic type beat.
Mhm.
It was so immediately refreshing when we see the first pharaoh and when we see Ramses, that they're not just like comic book villains.
Yeah.
Right? They are what's the word I'm looking for? They are
Sim-
empathetic towards Moses,
Yeah.
right? Like it's a story. Ultimately, it's a story about two brothers
Mhm.
who want something very different and go down different paths and end up crashing at each other. But
Yeah.
like that, when Moses finds out that he is Hebrew and what happened, that Ramses is immediately like, and I do it again. Right? He's like, hey, man, chill. I'm sorry. It was a hard choice. They were just slaves, because of course he has that perspective.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have the vision that it's like what you're saying is horrifying. He's like he's just a guy.
Mhm.
And I think it's so neat that they took that deep of a characterization instead of just painting it black and white. They're like, yes, he is the villain. He does care,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, and they're constantly juxtaposed too. Like at the
Mhm.
beginning when they're both rowdy, young, stupid boys, part of the disapproval from their father, they sandblast the fucking temple, being reckless. And they walk away from that talking to, and Moses is trying to take the blame, but Ramses is trying to teach his son Ramesses, responsibility. You are the first in line. There is a weight to consequence to your actions.
Mhm.
He is trying to be tough on him to make him better when he becomes king. And we have that moment where Ramesses is pouting and is distraught. Moses goes, "You care too much," and Ramses says, "You don't care at all." And we see that switch in the two of them, or at least the idea that Ramesses has to not care or
Mhm.
can't in some ways. Like those aren't his people. He doesn't fully understand. Same
Right.
when Moses is trying to leave because he accidentally killed a man. He's thinking only of the immediate. I am the morning and evening star. Whatever I say will be like, yeah, you didn't kill a man. That'll be fine. We can fix this. And Moses says, no, I can't undo that for myself, even if you think you can.
Yeah.
I mean, according to their religion. Yeah, according to their religion, when and I think people will watch that and say, hey, well, how can Ramses be that cold unless he's just a villain? According to religion, he is literally God. That is not figurative. Right? Yeah. He's like, we are not the same genetically. You know what I mean?
We are not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like that they give each of them a distinct motivation and perspective on things where it's like, yeah, Ramses has been groomed for the throne his entire life. His goal and his like burden to bear is sustaining and growing the empire of Egypt. This is what his whole life has been. And to him, like, Moses's people are just tools, and this is just how the society works. It's not empathetic. It's just clearly defined how he sees everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
and you can see
Ramses
him like taking after his father, like in like words and actions.
Oh man, dude. The fucking there were a lot of moments where I just had to like pause the movie and look at the hand painted background.
Jesus.
Jeebus. But they're
beautiful.
They're so amazing. But there's two scenes in particular where the framing was so good, where I just had to pause and like admire it. The first was Ramses the First with the side profile in front of the
pharaoh's like statue,
the pharaoh's tomb, the Sphinx, and then they do it again with Ramses the Second. But it's him, and then his dad's, and then his is bigger than his dad's, and I was like, oh,
incredible. There's some small artistic things that are really, really interesting to me. Yeah. One is the way that they play with scale.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so good.
With the backgrounds, when you consider like the things that pop into my mind are what you just mentioned with the Sphinxes. But in addition to that, when Moses Sphinx! When Moses goes in to the temple, and it's got all the hieroglyphics with the murder of all of the Hebrew
like the
boys.
mosaic fresco illustrations.
How much smaller he is than all of that.
Yeah.
As well as when they're crossing the Red Sea, the scale of thousands of people being shrunk down to miniatures amidst the sea walls with the gigantic whales behind them and everything.
Dude,
the whales.
Soldered
also,
into my memory.
Beautiful water for 1998. Are you kidding me?
That's the other thing with the animation is like some of the techniques that they use for water, like when they turn the Nile to blood, the way that it runs off of people's skin. And this is the one that really popped out for me. The use of light and shadow.
Yes.
How the fuck did they do that? Like,
how did they
30 years ago? Are you fucking kidding me, man? That's stuff that like animation still struggles with today. Are you kidding?
Extending the conversation further about, people aren't all on the same page anymore. It's the Davy Jones thing. It's, wow, how did we make CGI that good? Brother, we couldn't figure out how to cut people out of the process, to save studio costs. So we had to keep all of them to make it that fucking good.
We paid people. We gave them time.
What concept? We made good things because we paid artists to do them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So they used a combination of hand-painted murals for the backgrounds, animators from like, I saw the number. It ended up being like 5 or 6 countries, different countries that worked on this. Correction, 34 nations, 350 artists. Holy mess, 34 countries. And a combination of that with that, all of the effects. So we haven't even talked about how cool it looks. The sandstorm. So all the water effects, all the wind blowing and stuff, that is all CG. along with the
As well as
hieroglyphic
the-
dream sequence.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
And the
Yeah.
fire as well, the burning bush.
Yeah.
Oh.
All the special effects are CG. So it's like you put all of these versions. It took them 3 years to animate the Nile turning into blood. That's too long.
Can you
but
imagine
man,
the
is it cool.
rendering?
Man.
The render time on that shit.
The render time in 1996.
You just see like smoke billowing out of these like beige gray computer
You
towers.
leave my gateway chunky monitor alone.
I am not disrespecting. I am honoring fallen soldiers.
Cats and Birds like, we need more ice. It's like, sir, we can't get any more. It's like, more ice for the river.
Oh, Christ. Also, like, in a parallel to that, it wouldn't be anything without all of the performances of the actors.
All
Not only
bangers.
is it like a star-studded cast, but like people really bring it.
Yeah.
And
Again,
that's-
when voice acting was not just a little throwaway silly thing, like some of what DreamWorks and Disney and Illumination are doing, but actually craft, actually like professionals doing the work just in a booth.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like it's all perfect or anything. Like there's some moments like with Val Kilmer's Moses where I'm like, it's like almost there. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is exactly with the separation, but it's like almost there. Versus like Ralph Fiennes, I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go.
Oh my God. You know, I
Ramses.
think his is the best performance in that entire movie.
Yeah.
Y'all are ignoring my man Danny Glover, Jethro's song,
pretty
the
sick.
best track in the whole.
Well, I was about to say, can we talk
Ooh,
about the music?
spicy
Because I
debate.
will absolutely tell you exactly. Heaven's Eyes is such an underrated song in that movie.
It's so good.
God, I love that song.
I don't know, man. I don't think anything can truly compare to Deliver Us.
Yes. But I put that and Plagues in a category all their own, you
That
know.
was crazy.
Well, it's the difficult thing that like Deliver Us
It's the opening
is,
song.
Yeah, it
Right.
is.
It's got to be good.
It is both like gorgeous and really just an incredible combination of like vocal performance and musical composition, but also it does the thing that, you know, the opening song that a musical is supposed to do. It sets the scene. It explains everything without feeling like overwhelming exposition, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the final song they do? What?
Miracles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they go to the final verse and they start spitting bars in Yiddish. I'm like, yo, yo.
I will say, like, the one thing that I had about that song is that it comes after the most harrowing sequence of the movie when, like, the final plague, the Holy Spirit comes through and slaughters all of the, like, Egyptian firstborn. Like, in what I think is a much more, like, nothing, like, explicit is happening on screen, but there's no punches pulled. You know?
No, it's so chilling.
It's chilling, and it goes all the way through, like, Ramses burying his son, and it's a very emotional moment. And Moses comes back to his people, and he talks to his sister Miriam, and then she just goes into miracles. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa,
and then we
whoa,
start
whoa,
the
whoa.
90s power ballad.
Yeah.
Moses
got-
Moses is just like, hey man, all the kids in Egypt just died. This
Only
is
the
like
firstborn.
this is heavy, dude. All the firstborn, like my nephew just got. This is heavy. And Sandra Bullock's just like, God provides for people like us.
Listen, they got passed over.
God killed those kids.
That's almost
I'm
like
a fan
it's
of
where the
him.
name for the holiday comes from.
Also, I feel like it's a couple things. It's you as the viewer most likely, unless you're like 4, know where the story is going. From there, you know the most important thing happened. B, Sephora doesn't have a song of her own, so her and Miriam kind of get to tag team this one, which is nice. Miriam also doesn't have a song of her own.
Mm-mm.
She kind of like she finishes Deliver Us. I think that's it. And that's Baby Miriam.
Yeah.
I find it. I think it's the right choice. I find it strange that they didn't dwell on the plagues.
Yeah.
Like the plagues just kind of they happen in a montage, a long montage. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
Ramses and Moses' song, I believe.
Yes. Yeah. And remembering going through this movie again, right, they're not actually singing ever to each other. It's always just these like closed mouth, like both of them surveying what's happened, and like it's internal song-aloguing, basically. It's not like they are speaking this to one another at all.
Yeah. It's kind of like musical distilled, right? Because that's what that's what the music is supposed to be. It's supposed to be an expression of emotion, right? The I want stuff, and it's both of these guys doing their I wants, just not at each other.
Why did I think Goku Vegeta for some reason?
Yes, to rival the ancient biblic texts in epicness.
I don't know why that was
Goku
my
Vegeta.
intrusive thought.
Goku coming down from Mount Sinai, not Mount Sinai, coming down from the mountain. Hey, it's me, Goku. I've got 10 commandments.
No, that's
The
Mount
prophet.
Sinai.
It is Mount Sinai.
That's it.
It is
yeah.
Mount Sinai.
That's why it's an important mountain.
We have like 6 important mountains in Christianity. I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all have too many. We have more
2.
commandments, to be fair, but
We have those too.
Indeed.
do you have 614?
Oh,
Somewhere.
No, we got rid of a lot of those.
We narrowed it down to 10.
We have
we talk about the 10, and even then we're like,
we have we got a pretty big storage unit somewhere. It could be in in that. Hey man, I just learned like a week ago that there's a hill in Turkey that's like protected and basically protected by heavy like machinery and gunfire that's like apparently got the answers to a lot of like the questions of Christianity, like missing letters from Paul. So this is not that like implausible.
Turkey all along.
The liberal artist is taking a field trip to Turkey to answer Christianity.
No, I had a thought trying to actually get back to Prince of Egypt. Now
we've done a lot of tangents because what else is there to say, man? We love this movie. This movie's tight.
Yeah, tight is like a really good word for it because for all the majesty and all of like the wonder of it, it's still just like an hour and 30. Like,
which again, when you are having to manage production across 34 countries and using expensive and time-consuming technique, absolutely you're making every single one of those shots count, and you are telling exactly how long we need to use it for.
Yeah.
This is AOL. This is pre-modern internet. There is no good Wi-Fi. 34 country.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Good job, man. Y'all did it.
Even the stuff that like I'm a little bit critical of that feels like a little bit unnecessary, mostly relating to Steve Martin and Martin Short, if we're being honest.
Well,
here.
yeah.
They shouldn't be.
Maybe
it's not
maybe
as bad
you
as I
kind
thought.
of enjoy playing with the big boys as a song, but you don't like enjoy their characters.
You're not supposed to. Again, they feel out
it's
of place
comic
because
relief.
they're the only cartoon villains.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is just that, like, it feels a little bit tonally inconsistent, but it's almost like you have to have something like that to be able to still hook the kids. Like, for all the action scenes and everything, you do have to have a little bit of levity with that, which, like, I think they accomplished really, really well with, like, Moses and Ramses' relationship. It's just, like, not as successful when you have these two goons come in and do some like bits.
I would have preferred something more along the line of Jethro and Zipporah's sisters. And the camel. Like the camel spitting on Moses after the sandstorm and whatnot. I think that's a good amount of levity that matches the tone, but to your point, right? It's not haha funny. It's just like, oh, this is nice, you know?
Yeah. A little reprieve from it. I will say this like about the priests. I think it could have worked if you went in a different direction and made them like the scary cartoon villain. Like if you make it like,
I disagree.
I think it could have worked if you made it like a creepy priest situation with all the magic and stuff, because that almost does then add that element of like, you have God on your side, but we also have something scary. It's still false.
The devil.
Is that is that not what playing with the big boys is supposed to be? Were you not freaked out by that sequence? I was.
I think if it wasn't Steve Martin and Martin Short, like no, that's the thing. That scene, that like number almost works for me. It's just like one, if you change the title / the main lyric of the main chorus, I think you could have like gotten away with it, even with Martin Short and Steve Martin being like
Martin
the
and
leads in that. Steve Martin
Martin
Short.
And Martin.
No, I think you could have gotten away with that. It's just like, it just to me leans a little bit too silly. It's almost there, just a little bit.
Yeah. How do you all feel? And Gibby, you might not be as well versed on this. I don't know your religious history. Kaylie, I know you're very well versed on this. How do you all feel about the artistic liberties they took in the depiction of some of these characters in terms of like personality, status? For example, Aaron, his entire personality, his entire character is nothing like he's depicted in Exodus.
He's the hype man, right?
So this is where we get to the point. I actually am very fascinated to hear how you learned about Aaron and Miriam, Kaylie, as opposed to how I learned about him. So, Aaron did speaking for Moses, probably. One of the things is I fucking said I was gonna break out Exodus in the pod, and I didn't want to, but here I am. Exodus 4, which I read this morning. This thing made me read a Bible for the first time in like 15 years. I love this movie. Exodus 4 is the chapter where Moses goes, sees the burning bush. God says, get off your ass, you got to go home. And then Moses goes back to Zipporah and say, pick up the kids. We're going to Egypt. We're going to Cairo.
Yeah.
Sidebar, Moses and Zipporah didn't have kids. They definitely had kids by the time Moses went back to
it was a little weird that they didn't include that for both the progression of time and also raising the stakes.
Yeah, it was really hard to tell how much time.
We can't imply that he fucks.
No, he's a
Have you seen that man?
Boy.
Have you seen her? Oh, honey.
Have you seen her? Damn. Shout outs. Shout outs to Dreamworks making baddies in the 90s. I remember Road to El Dorado.
I was about to say Chell. Road to El Dorado. What is her name? The like sorceress.
We all saw Sinbad.
Sinbad, exactly.
Yeah. But Exodus 4, Jesus, here's where we've come. Exodus 4:10. But Moses said to the Lord, "Oh my Lord, I am not eloquent either in the past or since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and tongue." In my church, I as an adult reading that, and with the context of everything, like this is Moses talking to the burning bush and God saying, you have to go home and become a political leader and start a movement. And Moses is like, I'd rather not, please. I'm happy with my wife and my sheep. I read that as Moses like thinking of excuses to give God and being like, can I not do this, please? Same. True. 100% twin. At my church, they read that as, oh, Moses had a speech impediment.
Interesting.
And so, yeah, my church said a lot of interesting stuff, which is another reason why I'm like mad about it. But my church always taught that Moses had a speech impediment. So going to Ramses, going to the Pharaoh, Aaron did a lot of the talking because Moses was a little awkward nerd, basically. I don't know how you learned or what you were always taught, Kaylie?
I don't know. I remember, learning something along the lines of in the biblical text, like Aaron plays a much more significant role as being Moses's right hand, and Miriam to some extent as well.
Same,
but
yes.
I don't recall how we were justified of that happening. No. I don't remember. Maybe that was mentioned in a similar manner, or that like he was like a soft speaker, like he was not like a leader by value, but not by voice kind of idea. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the specifics if we were ever given any.
Yeah, probably because your religion doesn't have a fetishism for suffering anyway.
Well, we have a fetishism for our own suffering.
Fair, completely fair.
No, because I was going to posit this question, toward now that we've gotten to gush about the story and knowing that there's obviously changes and alterations between adapting only a few pages really of Bible text into a 99-minute experience. Because again, like we talk about the plagues, we talk about that, like, it's kind of weird we gloss over them. Literally, it just says, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he would not let them go. Like we do not get details extraneously about just like what all happened because each one of them. Like there's a lot of the like, hey, we know the gist, and so how can we show that but not spend too much time in there because we don't have that reference to go on in the adaptation. But in that vein of the suffering game, there's been some contention in the last couple decades, especially in archaeology, anthropology, studies about the ancient world, about actually how extreme the slavery of Egypt was or wasn't practiced.
Not as bad as American slavery.
Exactly.
That I've learned.
Exactly. That the idea that a lot of scholars and experts in the field and are still just kind of, again, it's like this is ancient history and not just like, again, where we always where we always kind of cite in timeline markers where Cleopatra was, Egypt already had ancient Egypt. Mm-hmm. Like it's been there for fucking eons.
Yeah.
So there's contention about, like, when we talk about slavery in Egypt, it's not the way, obviously, that we had, horrified it and turned it into such a specifically oppressive system in the Americas. But that it was not even really the same level that the Greeks or the Romans had either. If anything, these were people that were like basically kind of indentured, doing work because they were prisoners from war, captured. Yep. And it was not, again, it's manual labor, but it's not like brutality for the sake of domineering over a specific race, demographic, religion, whatever of people. So like again, and that's sort of where I'm just, again, like doing some research going, there's people saying this, where and in which periods of time is that happening? Still, working to be determined. Because, the Jews, we have our account of it, which says, yep, we were slaves, or what is VeggieTales? We were in slavery. Somewhere to sleep, 3 meals a day. Oh, it was paradise. We were in slavery.
VeggieTales is crazy, man.
VeggieTales is so good. Glad those guys are millionaires. No,
right. But
yes.
So it's interesting looking at that, like, even if it's not entirely true one way or another, but like within that context, looking at this story, and reflecting on it that way.
And I mean, to your own point, right? We're talking about folks who we're reading the accounts of folks who existed 20, 30, 40,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that much. That's like
Not
caveman.
that many.
Yes, that many. I've decided.
That how many? This many.
This many. Big number.
Bo says time is no longer linear.
And people from a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
What's played up? What is it? Old Testament magic is all hell.
Right. It's so magical.
I think that yes, you are right, and I think this movie went out of its way. I think that's a level of complication that is hard to justify, right? And again, is that? I wonder if that's a conversation they had in the production room. It's like, is that a statement? Is showing that and depicting that A, important to the plot, B, a statement, and C, a statement worth standing by, right? Because again, I think a statement worth standing by that is not like super apparent, but is very faithful to what is not only historically accurate, but biblically accurate. Everybody's pretty tan in this stuff, man.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. It's almost like it's in Africa, right?
Crazy. Wow.
Insane.
Who could believe?
Right. And even Zipporah, who's Canaanite, I believe what her people are called. I can't remember.
Midian.
Yeah.
But basically,
which is,
yeah,
Midian, Canaanite, this same thing. Language is hard, and language has changed over the millennia.
No, it hasn't. It's never changed once.
Jesus was blonde.
We've been speaking Old English forever.
Yeah. It was nice to for me, it was nice to see. Yeah, she's darker than everybody else because she's from a little bit further south, and everybody out here is pretty dark themselves because they're Egyptian or Egyptian mixed or.
It's like these were peoples that were made to live in the sun.
Right.
It's also done in a way where it's like she's obviously very beautiful, but it doesn't feel fetishized in the way that like Esmeralda, Pocahontas, Shell,
or the chick from Road to El Dorado.
Shell. Her.
Listen, you can't have it both ways. Pick a lane with Chell. God damn it.
Lord, he was just talking about baddies a minute ago, and now he's just like slut shaming.
I can do both. You can't stop me.
Oh Lord.
Okay, listen, maybe we can do a little slut shaming, but not based on race. God.
No, based on anyway. You were saying, Gibby.
I don't know what I was saying. This is dangerous, man.
Final thoughts.
Inject the soundtrack into my bloodstream.
Straight to the veins, brother.
Please.
Fucking whales, man.
You who I called brother. How could you have come to hate me so?
This movie's sick. This movie's so good.
Shit's sick.
10
dude.
out of 10.
Crispy.
1000% crispy.
Yeah.
Y'all, I know it's been the 32 years since this movie dropped. No, 28 years since this movie dropped. Good job.
Well done.
Good job.
Amen.
Thank you.
Katzenberg, you can be as much of an asshole as you want. I open like the news and it's like Katzenberg says we should put more AI in animation. Okay, maybe not.
No, he donates to Democrats. He's okay.
Jeffrey,
He's
stop
okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And you know who else is okay? You all listening to the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
What a compliment.
Yeah, y'all are just fine. No, we love you guys. We really do
Realistic.
appreciate it.
Just okay.
Realistic compliments.
Give us if you don't mind just being okay, give us 5 stars on your podcast listening app maybe. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Join us next time when we go to Turkey for no specific reason.
We're going after that chocolate and the mountains.
Peace.
The Liberal Artists Podcast premieres every other Thursday on your favorite podcasting platform. The show is hosted by Bodio, Kaylie Horowitz, and Andy Gibson. You can find the show at LibArtistsPod on Instagram and
TikTok.
Thanks to Whitehot for performing the theme song Reflect, which can be found on freebeats.io. Now, I'm off to go exploring, and maybe, just maybe, I'll find a sheep that I can call my own. Good day.
So that armed
The chocolate
mountain,
is at Mount Sinai.
It's at Mount Sinai. We're going.
Indiana Jones style, this travel montage. Let's fucking go.
In the KitKat truck with the Ten Commandments.
Wait, how did we get it? I thought it was missing.
We will have found the holiest of holies and also the 10 Commandments.
The Ark of the Covenant. It's just filled with KitKats.
Just KitKats.
It's an Easter basket.
Lord.
I'm a heretic in my own house.
My God, why have you forsaken us? Oh, actually, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I am pulling donuts on Mount Sinai in the KitKat truck with the 10 Commandments in my left hand, bumping chop suey.
Wow, how multicultural.
Bo, this is just Dracula flow, but different. I'm riding around in the KitKat truck with the 10 Commandments, bumping chop suey. You fucking
through the
bitch.
ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my
chocolate
KitKat
truck.
Oh, my ribs.
Christ.
Oh, no.
Oh, we killed him. He's dead. He's legally dead.
We're going to have a fucking outro as long as the podcast.
Lord, we could fill an entire biblical book.
Can I hit stop
book?
now?
Yeah.
The Book of Gibby.
The Book of Bits.